Bienvenue à tous. Welcome to Reporters Plus on France 24, our program that gives you more on the stories that matter. In this edition, we take you to Venezuela, a country with the potential to be rich and prosperous until it hit the worst ever economic crisis in its history. The people are destitute, a paternal state much trumpeted by the late Hugo Chavez and his appointed successor, Nicolas Maduro, is now but a broken dream. In this extreme poverty, people turn to desperate means to get by, and almost everything is for sale. Our report reveals the depths to which people are falling. Some aspects of this will shock you. Cemeteries, graves being robbed of valuables, human remains sold into witchcraft rituals. Now, a warning for you, there are images in this report that may well disturb you. Caracas, Dancing with the Dead. France 24's team, Romeo Langlois, Amina Fernandez and Claire Pacalan.
There have been many miracles here. The Catholic Church doesn't want to admit it, but the spirits we speak to are perhaps the ones who have performed the most miracles.
In Venezuela, life is not what it used to be. So why not reach out to the dead, or the Santos Malandros, the holy thugs, to be precise.
The cult of holy thugs is a brotherhood of spirits. When they were alive, they weren't exactly criminals. They stole, but to give to the poor.
They weren't like today's thugs. They're only interested in defending their home turf.
They stole from the rich to give to the poor. They broke into trucks carrying food, then they brought it to their neighborhoods and gave it to the people.
This statue represents the spirit of Ismael Sanchez, a famous gangster from the 1960s. His followers say he has immense powers. They give him offerings and ask for his advice.
I sit here, I smoke tobacco, and I speak to Ismael and the other spirits, just like I'm speaking to you now. And in the smoke and ashes of the cigar, I'll get answers to my questions.
Gang members say Ismael is a saint who protects and indulges them. He's their partner in crime.
If we do something bad, he helps and looks out for us. Once I was having problems with some other guys. I saw Ismael in a dream, and 3 days later, they were all killed. I don't know who killed them. It wasn't me. But these guys would have killed me. It's thanks to him.
What happened to your friend?
I got shot.
He was shot by people trying to steal his motorbike. But he will walk again. He'll walk again.
I have to believe. Faith moves mountains.
It's not only gang members who honor the dead Robin Hood of Caracas. Venezuela is in crisis. Daily life is about survival. The shrine is never empty.
Many of us rely on them so that nothing bad happens to us, so we always have a little something to eat. So we're protected. Because at the moment in the streets, crime is out of control.
Señor presidente, dígame qué se siente, que mi país se ha vuelto el más peligroso del continente. Se supone que en tu casa te sobra el agua caliente. Muchos no tienen ni casa y viven abajo de un puente. Baja de la presidencia, por favor dame la mano. Camina por las calles normal como un ciudadano. Ve lo que pasamos, porque estamos como estamos. Mi protesta no es por mí, es por el futuro de mis chamos. Veo calles destruidas, muertos por balas perdidas. ¿Qué pasó con Venezuela que usted manda y no la cuida? Nunca hay escasez de alcohol, hay escasez de comida. Dime, ¿qué pasó con mi patria querida? No creo en la televisión. Compañeros de la clase obrera presentes.
President Nicolas Maduro was re-elected in May 2018 in a contested vote. He was the protege of the late socialist president Hugo Chavez. But Maduro is in charge of a country in ruins. His opponents accuse him of having drifted towards dictatorship. Corruption and a fall in the price of oil have destroyed the welfare system. Living costs have gone through the roof, and inflation means money is worth less and less. Millions survive thanks to this, the Homeland Card, which allows them to receive rations from the government.
So they killed him down there?
Yes, in a fight.
Apparently, the victim was a former soldier who was just walking by. He'd gone to greet his comrades. When he got there was fighting and chaos. He got shot.
But we don't know who killed him.
Caracas is one of the most violent cities in the world, and it's only getting worse as the crisis deepens. At this morgue every day, reporters count the dead. Undertakers look for business. Adela is waiting for the body of her 17-year-old. He was killed in front of her eyes.
We were in bed. They broke open the door and came inside our house. They shot him. I tried to protect him, but they shot him again and killed him. I was injured. His name was Gabriel.
Tell the guy to go straight to the cemetery.
I don't even know if they put him in a body bag. I asked, but it's impossible to know. I couldn't understand anything.
The Undertakers are crazy with their coffins. They're not affected by the crisis.
Does this cemetery have a bad reputation?
A very bad reputation. There are lots of thieves.
They come down from the hills and rob people at gunpoint.
Don't take out your camera too much.
It's scary here. There's no coffin. Let's see what we can do about that.
In Venezuela, justice is absent. Impunity reigns. It's very unlikely Gabriel's killers will be convicted for their crime. The young man will be buried in a makeshift coffin. Paying for undertakers is too expensive, so family and friends dig the grave.
We were given this coffin. In this country, there aren't even enough coffins to bury our dead. That's what we're going through in Venezuela because of a president without scruples, who's corrupt, who stole the election to stay in power. Meanwhile, we suffer every day from hunger, misery, lack of medicine. There's not enough of anything. And then there are the security problems as well.
My second died of a disease.
Explain why he died.
He didn't have enough medicine and he was given poor dialysis treatment. And my oldest was killed by someone who wanted to steal his car.
For the last 20 years, Father Atilio has watched from the cemetery as his country has fallen into ruins.
The cemetery has been left to rot. It's been handed over to grave robbers, and that's sacrilege in the eyes of the Lord.
All this here has been desecrated. Look, here too. Everywhere. There's a head here. It's all rotten. Can you smell how it stinks? A head.
A few tombs along, the followers of the holy thugs watch over their shrine. They know the cemetery and its secrets.
Back in the 1930s and 40s, people were buried with their jewelry and gold. So criminals, that's what they are. Look at the dates of birth and death on the headstones. And they open the tomb to take out the gold and sell it. They're in on it with the guards. They share their booty with them.
Most of the old tombs have already been desecrated. Finding gold is rare. But the grave robbers haven't given up. They have a new trade. The cemetery is home to witchcraft, which requires human bones.
They take the remains out of the ground. The skull's worth something, each finger's worth something, a hand is worth something else. It's unacceptable. We bury the dead so that they rest in peace.
In their own way, gang members from the neighborhoods that overlook the cemetery watch over their dead.
The mothers of gang members are buried here. And when they visit their dead, the tombs of their mothers, fathers, and brothers, if they find they've been desecrated, they're furious. They'll find the grave robber and kill him.
Here they took out the remains so they could sell the coffin. Here we're at Joaquim Crespo's tomb.
He was a Venezuelan president. He was buried here.
Archangels. Their coffins were covered in velvet. Let's go down.